time you order from Uber Eats, you may have your food delivered by a robot.
So the company's bringing this new technology to the East Coast for the very first time. Fox Eye's Antoine Lewis gives us a close-up look at how exactly it works.
Food delivery is now firmly in the 21st century. Uber Eats customers in Jersey City can soon choose to have a robot deliver their food.
We really match with what's going to be best for the customer experience, whether that's a robot or a human courier. We also are thinking about the communities that we serve. All of these vehicles are electric vehicles, and also they help with road congestion on the streets as well.
When making an order on Uber Eats, customers will have the option to select traditional human delivery or delivery from a driverless robot made by the company AV Ride. Customers can then track the robot through the Uber Eats app. Restaurants lock the food order inside the robot. Once it arrives, measures are in place to ensure it's delivered to the correct recipient.
It doesn't unlock until it reaches the customer, and only the customer is able to unlock it within the Uber Eats app by clicking unlock. So no one is able to get into the compartment, and that's how we're able to avoid any sort of tampering with their food in the robot.
And the cost of this high-tech delivery service?
There is no additional cost. It's the same delivery fee as a human courier. If a customer does add a tip onto the order, and they're matched with a delivery robot, then that tip is refunded, so it's not charged.
Uber Eats says the robots have a range of up to 31 miles and can travel up to 5 miles an hour on one charge. The robots can deliver in good and bad weather, including snow. The service is currently available in Dallas and Austin. Jersey City is its first East Coast market.
The thought was that, it's a densely populated area. We have infrastructure like bike lanes, wider sidewalks, deliveries, robust down here. So it's a good opportunity to learn. And that's what we're trying to do. And that's why, we're excited to partner with them.
Right now, the service is available from 11 to 9 in downtown Jersey City with plans to gradually expand.
Shalom. I would like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all your sister Akim, pushing his word across the four corners of the world. So as you just saw from this opening video, for the first time ever on the East Coast, specifically talking about Jersey City, Uber Eats is taking food delivery into the so-called future. And that's where now the customers within Jersey City, they can now opt out for a robot food delivery instead of a human courier. And that future is all in the name of science and technology via automation. And when you define the word automation, it's the creation and application of technology to monitor and control the production and delivery of products and services. And the so-called powers that be, their main outcome is to achieve outcomes with minimal human input, which is why Klaus Schwab, who is the founder of the World Economic Forum, he stated how the fourth industrial revolution will affect the very essence of our human experience. And again, that's by the philosophy and idea of incorporating robotics, transhumanism, biometrics, artificial intelligence, automation, just going into this digital world into our everyday lives. And that's why the scriptures tells us as the hopeful elect, when you read the book of Ephesians, the 6th chapter and 11th verse, how to put on all the armor of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And that armor represents by applying the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And through the gift of the Holy Spirit, via that spiritual insight, we can be able to stand firm against all the evil strategies, the plots, the crafty schemes, and the wicked imaginations and devices of Satan. And that's the stead that these wicked banking elites are coming in, which is the spirit of Satan. Because what he's doing right now, he's forging in a left-handed NWO with the idea of a higher power, which referencing to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai via the Holy Scriptures will be etched out within their so-called new world. So going back to this topic right here, how Uber Eats is now taking food delivery into the future. And now the customers within Jersey City, they can opt out for a robot food delivery instead of a human courier. And just by reading the comments, you can see through the spirit how Esau is gradually conditioning and engineering the masses to be more acceptable and to welcome this new way of life. Because within the comment board on this same video, You already have people stating, well, at least the robots won't complain about tipping, or they won't steal or eat your food. And the perks that Uber Eats are pushing out to the masses is that this robotic food delivery services can reduce emissions and ease roads congestion. So those are the so-called advantages that they are propagating to the masses, which is why it's stated within 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, for us as the hopeful elect to not be ignorant of Satan's devices. So therefore we cannot be unaware of his evil imaginations, inventions, and purposes. And the ultimate purpose of these so-called elites is to cause all, when you read the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, which goes into the RFID technology, the microchip, which is the MOTB according to the Holy Bible. And that's their ultimate phase. So within this phase, they are gradually conditioning the people to be more welcoming to the idea of robotics in your everyday lives. And that takes me right to Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the churl are evil, and a churl is an unprincipled, ill-breed person, which embodies the characteristics of Esau Edom, especially their wicked elites, by them forging in this left-handed NWO, which is an anti-Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua agenda. So the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, and the poor represents the Israelites, even when the needy speak it right. So going back to the point that we cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices, and like I stated earlier, you can see how the masses are gradually getting more acceptable to this new idea of life. But ignorantly not knowing, like when they choose the option to order Uber Eats, and they could be able to opt out for the robot food delivery instead of the human food delivery, then they are aiding these evil major corporations by putting more Americans out of work. Because due to these economic straits that are currently going on within America, a lot of these financially struggling Americans are depending on these food delivery apps like Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, Postmates, DoorDash, and the list goes on. So again, that's the idea for these elites. They want to eventually phase out the human element out of everything. So by this corporate greed, what's that going to lead into? High unemployment within America, which is something that you stupefied Americans do not take into consideration. And it takes me right to Jeremiah 49:31. Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation. And that wealthy nation is referencing to America, Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Bible, that dwelleth without care. And that's because you proudful first world citizens of America are saturated within comfort, conveniency, and complacency. And while you're in the comfort of your own homes, ordering from these food delivery services and opting out for a robotic food delivery service instead of a human courier, you are assisting by putting more of your fellow Americans out of work, even in your local communities. And also another point, how this wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, like also within the comfort of your own homes, when you be watching television and you see these problems occurring within these third world countries, such as economic straits, poverty, wars, and just total chaos, you proudful, lazy, and complacent Americans do not take into consideration that these same problems will soon come to the same doorsteps of you Americans. But it's going to be on a more intensified, higher level. Because again, America, Babylon the Great, is the main focal point, according to biblical prophecies, of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua's judgment. Because you are considered as the hammer of the earth, and also that beacon of light on that left-handed side via your sorceries, which is that Babylonian wine. And a lot of these people are engulfing that Babylonian wine by being willing participants in this image of the beast system and accepting this ideal or philosophy of global AI governance, including 2/3 of our people. And these are going to be the same people to be willing participants when the so-called powers that be implement this RFID technology, and that's by causing all. So back again within Jeremiah 49:31, arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. And their camels should be a booty, which goes into a spoil, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil, and I will scatter into all winds them that are in the utmost corners. And I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, said Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And those calamities goes into Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai's divine widespread afflictions, turmoil, catastrophic events, and terrible judgments that he's going to bring upon this world, mainly America, which again is that main focal point of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai's judgment. So I just wanted to touch on that through the spirit. For the first time on the East Coast within Jersey City, Uber Eats is taking food delivery in the so-called future. And you best believe that these other so-called food delivery rivalry companies are going to be instituting these same robotic food delivery services within these major cities across America. And that same vibration is going to spiral into these smaller cities within America. And that's because their ultimate goal for this fourth industrial revolution is to take the human element out of everything via automation. So with that, hopefully you all was edified, you all stay strong, keep pushing forward. Shalom.